So I'm gonna bring this guy up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Breakfast with Disaster. My name is Dan Bauer. We are live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. telling you about all the disasters in the world. Why do we know about them? Because we work at ServPro, and we're the folks who clean them up. Special good morning to everyone who's already on: Lynn, Devin, Jackie, Jennifer, Lisa.
Buddy.
Yeah. We got a Chris is back today.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
It is Chris's kind of just after your 1 year anniversary
Yep.
here.
Yep.
So we thought maybe we'd bring you back on and kind of discuss how the year has gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I was expecting Smoke Machine and come in with some entrance music,
Yeah, we
but
were going to do the final countdown. We did not connect at the rights and the formats. It took us to plan this. Um, Chris has been with us since Nikki says good morning.
good morning.
Since May 2nd, so we're a little bit late. And just give everybody a little bit of a reminder, like what were you doing before? How did you come to be here at ServPro? Because it's sort of a can I say that it's a weird job to have? It's sort of an interesting industry to be in. I imagine you didn't like grow up thinking, man, I want to work at ServPro one day.
Yeah, no, it's just interesting how it works because I've been in marketing for about 15 years. Spent like several years at Verizon Wireless. In my later years, I was working at Freightliner,
Hmm.
which is totally different.
Yeah,
I was building like semis from start to finish, which was very complicated on the computer. And then it kind of COVID hit and it kind of screwed up the whole trucking industry.
sure.
So I was like, I need to find another outlet. I need to find another, career. So I just kind of was scanning Indeed and just kind of started doing some research. And this is actually a great field, I think, to be in because the weather's
Agreed.
only getting worse.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not to get into the whole thing about climate change, but the weather's not getting any better. It's getting more radical. So I think this couldn't be a better time to be a part of Surf Bros. So,
All right, getting controversial right off the
oh,
top.
here we go.
Um, well, I wanted to go through. I thought it could be fun to go through some retrospective. You can talk about. I think people would be interested to know like kind of what you learned in the past year because
Yeah,
I know I learned something new here basically every day, and
yeah,
coming in and not really have experience in learning from scratch, you can really come up with an interesting perspective.
yeah,
I've got some imagery here.
yeah.
Let's go. This is
Oh,
about your first day.
jeez.
Let's see. Just there's what you look like now. I think this is an improvement. You're looking
I
good.
would agree with that. And I probably should have shaved a little better on the first day, but
Well, what was going through your head on that first day?
I was probably still in that mode. I was out being outdoors a lot, and I was just like doing that like kind of hippie beard thing going. I don't
Okay.
know.
Were
Just
you
been.
nervous? Like, I mean, aside from the beard, what was going on?
Oh yeah, I was just a little nervous, just because
Yeah.
I think it's more just like meeting the group of people. You don't know
Mm,
if you're gonna click with everybody or if they're just natural like nervous tendencies on the
right.
first day of job.
Sure. And I think it's changed a lot and it's grown a lot even in
Absolutely,
that year.
absolutely.
So that's your first day. That is May 2nd, 2022, roughly.
We're selling T-shirts with that thing too.
We're selling posters. We're giving them away. How about this? Your first ERP. You remember doing this? I'll
Yes.
sort of position here. Tell everybody like what is an ERP because you do a ton of these. I'm gonna cover my face
Yeah.
and let you talk.
So I've probably done probably 130, 150 of them. Uh, Basically, it's really nice because it's a cheat sheet for any property manager. It makes their life easier. And I'll tell you why. So we come through and we take photos of like the shut-off valves for electric, gas, water, and then we put them into a nice little 10, 12 page sheet along with location description. So anybody there at the moment, if the property manager's not there, could pick up that form and be able to at least shut off the water until maintenance got back.
Hmm.
So it's kind of meant for anybody to use
Right.
because 9 times out of 10, the property managers have it, and it's usually a book that's this thick. And in the event of emergency, they're really not going to take the time to actually like go through that entire thing.
Right.
So
And so this is the first one we did, and I'll be on camera too. Um, we had sort of put this together and did it together. It is at a beautiful senior community over in Orchard Park.
yep,
What was going through your minds, like going through? Because we went everywhere. We went upstairs, downstairs. We went down in the sewer area.
yeah. Um,
Were you expecting that?
I was actually to the
Yeah.
extent that we were just based on like previous examples.
Mm.
Um, but I'm not in senior living facilities that often, so it was just kind of like almost a fear of getting older.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's
That
like,
just the way
um,
you were looking around like this will be where I'm at.
I hope, yeah.
You do a lot worse than Ellison, man. Ellison's pretty
No,
nice.
it is actually. No, but yeah, no, it was
It is,
great. It was like a nice experience because like you could just tell like it was well kept. It
yeah.
was really nice facility. So
And it's really interesting, and as part of this job, to be going behind the scenes in places like this,
yeah, yeah,
like that you would otherwise never even set foot in. All of a sudden, you're going in all the places that are employees only.
yep,
You need a master key to get into, looking at how the place really works.
yeah. And it's kind of neat because you get to see everything on the out, like the inside that you don't really normally see in all the other rooms and stuff. So
Right.
yeah,
So that was August or it's June 1st. You got in pretty into those pretty quick.
yeah, yeah.
How about this? Your first time on Breakfast with Disaster, on a smaller Breakfast with Disaster, on a larger Breakfast with Disaster. This was August 30th.
All right,
That's the first time you did it solo.
got
And
nice
I
haircut.
noticed you have the script hanging up over there still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
What was going through your mind doing this?
I was nervous, extremely nervous.
Yeah.
It's just weird because like you don't have a physical audience in front of you, and I was like kind of terrified. I was like, I don't have a physical audience. It's all virtual,
Hmm.
so I can't really get any feedback aside from what I can read. But it's just interesting how it works because once you do like maybe 10 or 12 of them, you start to just kind of
It
go
gets a
with
little
it gets
easier.
a lot easier. So
Yeah. You do have
um,
some of the OGs here who were probably there in the broadcast. Kathy had a very nice message for you. Kathy Bell said, "Good morning. So glad to see you, Chris. Holy cow, that year went fast. You are doing amazing," in
oh,
all
well, that was
caps.
nice. Thank you,
It's
Kathy.
nice. And hi Nicole as well, who says hi.
How are you?
I- it's we're just celebrating Chris's 1 year anniversary here, and it's been full of ups. I think I was gonna say ups and downs. Not really any downs.
No,
Say
no, no.
ups. Yeah, you. I remember you being nervous for this. Talking about mold, which is a complicated subject anyway,
Yeah,
and coming in and kind of trying to embrace that.
yeah, and I think getting to work in different areas of like filling in for the office for a couple days and helping
Mhm.
out with Nicole down there, that really kind of set I got to see it from that perspective so I could kind of tie my job into that as well. So you
Yeah,
can kind of just everything kind of comes full circle.
yeah.
Um just kind of notice how that kind of happened too. So
Mm.
but yeah,
Well, let's see. One last first. I think this was a cool one. Your first video on the news.
that was cool. That
So
was really
why
exciting.
don't you explain kind of what people are looking at here?
Yeah,
I'll
this
turn over
was
the news again.
this was Canisius, right? On the
That's
or I'm sorry,
ECC.
ECC, yeah. It was pretty wild because we had the disaster recovery team in from out of state.
Yeah, this is during Winter Storm Elliott. So this is probably, I'm going to say December 27th would be my guess. You shot this?
Yep, yep. I actually pulled over right on the side of the Burt Flickinger Center, I think is it right there?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
athletic center there.
Just parked right over there, but didn't really have a lot of space. I was a little nervous because like in the city it's a little tough flying sometimes, but it turned out great. Just amazing the type of work that can be done if everybody kind of comes together like that.
Yeah.
You really can't do you need a huge team to be able to go in there and be able to do that. So
Yeah, and they took this video and they played it on channel 2.
yeah,
So
yeah,
pretty cool. See
yeah,
your drone company ID on there.
yeah. No, that was pretty amazing. I was up early, not up early. It was only like I think it was like 9 o'clock on a Saturday or whatever.
Sometimes that's early.
Yeah, sometimes. But it was really neat to see. And you did a great job too with the interview.
Thank
I
you.
mean, that turned out really well. So
I want to show off just another drone video you did. This is getting us into the present day, but this is a video that you shot for the Lake Erie Seaway Trail as part of a Surf Pro volunteering initiative. I don't know if you want to tee it up.
yeah, it was great. For Earth Day, we went out there and special thank you to all the students at Frontier there volunteered their time and they were out there cleaning. I got some really nice shots of them picking up all the trash and stuff along the or along the lake. What I did is I did like a hyperlapse too, and you can kind of see that as well.
Well, here, let's bring it up.
But yeah, it turned out nice.
Yes, so here we are. Here we are at the Lake Erie Seaway Trail. We're on a camp there,
Yep.
and over our Great Lake Erie. So redfish here. I don't know if you want to say anything about
Yeah,
what redfish is.
redfish obviously portrays fish jumping out of the lake because of plastic pollution. It's a very interesting concept because especially right here, if you pause it. Oh,
I don't know if I can.
no, no,
Pause
don't
it.
worry about it. Because when you're driving by and you're looking at the lake, you can actually see it. Looks like it actually is physically jumping out of the lake. Um, and it sends a very strong message, I would think, with all those cages at the bottom,
Yeah, with all the plastic
with all the plastic.
bottles. Yeah, and so obviously at Surf Pro here, we are big fans of Lake Erie and the Lake Erie Seaway Trail Center are, Lynn is on the board over there. We're pretty involved, and we were involved with this volunteer effort cleaning up the beach in the center. And so you did a great job kind of highlighting what that it was not the prettiest day,
No, it was not.
but look at
Um,
the lake, man. I mean, it is a real wonder out there.
it really is, and I think a lot of people don't kind of not take it for granted, but until you're really down there and enjoying it, it's
There we are.
yep,
Um, So yeah, I thought that was cool. I wanted to show that off to show, oh yeah, this is a cool shot. Show what you've been working on lately, as far as just going out and meeting with people and kind of doing your day-to-day sales
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Um, on that front, put it out in the universe here. How is that going? Anybody you're trying to meet? What are you trying to do out there in the community?
yeah.
People, I mean, probably don't how do you even sell something like Surf Pro? How has that been going?
Good. So I can give you an example. Let's say a property manager or general manager at a hotel. That's kind of been one of my focuses lately is getting in, speaking with the general manager, kind of sitting down,
Mm,
presenting the ERP idea to them as well.
mm,
But mainly just finding out like who they're currently using, what types of issues they're actually having.
mm.
And what I've found throughout my experience is that 9 times out of 10, it usually is a pipe burst.
Yeah,
It's usually water, but that doesn't rule out obviously fires and other things. But that just kind of tends to seem, you got to know what obviously what their issues are before you can really help them.
right.
And I think taking a step back and asking the right questions can save you a lot of time too.
Sure. So put it
Um,
out there for the audience here. Who are you trying to meet now specifically?
I'd like to get in at the Buffalo Airport is
Yeah.
one.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
That would be a nice one. Also, I was thinking just like the municipalities. Just getting into government agencies that potentially had like a flood at one of the town halls or so on and so forth. So kind of pretty diverse now, whereas before I think I started off and I was kind of sticking mainly insurance, but now I've broadened that spectrum pretty
Yeah, for
drastically, I
sure.
think.
And I would say, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but also not strictly sales, but firefighters.
Yeah,
We're building up the Hero Ready Gear program. We
yep,
are washing bunker gear for firefighters free of charge. It keeps them safe, keeps that gear more
yeah,
effective over its life cycle. And we pick up, we drop off. It's kind of a no-brainer.
yeah,
So just getting the word out for that so that we can help as many people as possible while we're doing that.
absolutely.
Chris is the guy who's sort of heading that up.
And there's no better feeling, I'll tell you though, is when you walk into the fire hall and you get to hang up those clean clothes and it's just like it's a good feeling.
Yeah,
Like just to know that they're at least if they're gonna be out there like in harm's way that they can at least not be breathing that stuff in, you
yeah,
know? So
absolutely.
yeah, no, it's been going good. So
Cool. Anything else you want to say before we do the wheel spin?
no, that should be good.
All right. So you guys know all about this. This is our prize wheel. If you're a part of the Surfer Mug Club, your number is on this wheel. If you are not part of the Mug Club, you are missing out. Let me bring the wheel over a little bit. And just let me know if you want to join. And if we call your number, you get a prize. And if you're watching and we call your number, you get a double prize. So only way we can know if you're watching, leave us a comment. Tell Chris happy anniversary. Whatever you want to say. Great, great video. Kathy, wish you well in the video
Awesome.
for sure.
Thank you very
Um,
much.
let's spin this wheel. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, you can be our wheel.
Watch, it's Kathy Bells.
It should be Kathy Bell's. It's not Kathy
And
Bell's
there's the other
nearly
one.
enough. If I could rig it, I would, Kathy. 283. That's gonna be this one
Oh,
right here.
Jennifer Anderson from Matt Urban Center.
All right, so Matt
Congratulations.
Urban Center does great work, by the way. You are our winner this week. So if you're on, let us know. If you're not,
Yeah,
you missed your double prize, and that's very bad, very sad.
I
But
will stop by in person and drop it off for you.
cool. Thanks you guys for joining us. Happy 1 year anniversary, Chris.
Thanks again for everything. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
All right.